don't mind either way. Just gotta figure out why the speed up isn't working. I have this sad feeling that it just doesn't work with Steam, which would be really annoying. Ah, it does work. That would actually ruin me if I couldn't use my speed ups for these games. It's actually the game that I've played the least out of the three. I'm not sure how well it's gonna go. I'm gonna switch to my gamepad just because it makes less noise. If I can find it, that is. Oh, okay. Is that better? I mean, I was mumbling because I was trying to get my gamepad to work. But it doesn't. Sad. So is this better or not? Right. No, the only issue with doing Ironman things and like this is having to always do these pretty boring starts. See, this is how you do a opening. You have a weak enemy and not some ridiculous spider that kills you if you're unlucky every single time. I swear, I've had runs where those spiders would deal 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and you're just dead. Nothing you can do about it. And while it's slug based, so it's not exactly unfair, it's annoying because of that. The good thing here is that you get cheese from the rats, so that at least you can like heal up without having to level up, because if you don't play on easy, you don't get those free heals whenever you level up. The hardest puzzle of my life. Now the good thing is that everything here is pretty easy. Although dealing 0 damage to those rats is basically a death sentence. The person that decided that equip should be first in this menu, honestly. Yeah, I'll try it at some point. My list currently is this, then obviously 3, 2, then 2, like, well, the rest of these games obviously, 2, 1, and then 4 maybe, and then the reboot, I guess. Also want to try the Millennium series because they're incredibly hard to do Ironman, but I did get to the first temple, like all the way to the first temple in my first attempt. So I don't think it would actually be that hard to no death run Millennium, or at least the first game, because I know it gets like really hard later on, especially if you play on hard mode. It also depends on how much you like want to do, because if you don't care about like the Animal Kings, for example, it's pretty easy because the Animal Kings are insane on hard mode. I'm not even sure, like I honestly have no clue how people beat them. Wait, those flies Those respawn. That's the only enemy that respawns in this area. That's really interesting. Yeah, that is really interesting. Those things respawn. I didn't know that. I think that's better gold. I honestly think that's better gold than because you get cheese. You get bread. Oh, well. Millennium is way smaller than Laxius Force. Laxius Force is easily 300 hours if you play all 3 and try to 100% them. Because the first game alone is like 15 hours base, and then after the 15 hours base, so they stop respawning if you leave, if you get the orb. Huh, interesting. Laxius Force is like the first game is 15 hours, but then if you do everything, like even the first 10 minutes of the game suddenly become 2 hours instead of 10 minutes because of how long all the side quests and all the side stuff is. And that was kind of like the purpose of Damien when he made it, like to make a game that was not long but like incredibly packed with side content to make like his world feel real. Add something that you like or that you don't like, I think. Because I think a major issue in Aveyond is that there's not enough side quests, honestly. It's very linear in the end. Aveyond 1 was the least bad with that in build A, because you could kind of do whatever you wanted. But then all of a sudden, like, they took that away because you could, like in build C, you can't do that anymore. So, I don't know. Millennium 1 was way too long, honestly. Like, if I think back about to Millennium and I'm like, okay, what's in the first game? There is an incredible amount of content in the first game. It's actually surprising just how much there is in terms of actual story. Because after a while you're like, okay, well now it's done, right? Like this is when we go to the second game. But nope. It just keeps on going and going and going and going. When I was really surprised when I found out that you get, what's his name? Hirudo in the first game. I think it's kind of cheap that they made that Amanda made the drop like the XP rate for these foxes so low, because that means you can, like, if you grind out at the start, I'm actually pretty sure that grinding out at the start is actually a lot better than trying to grind out here. Because 29 XP compared to this 14 XP if you get lucky. He's off. This ain't Fortnite, man. I'm just gonna plug the stream. Yeah, Hirado. I'm pretty bad with names. As a general rule, names really aren't my thing. Okay, but so, in general, get full armor for Tejo. What can she equip anyways? Like, can she equip the normal armor? Or is there no choice in what you buy? I think that's kind of a, like, I think that's something that Millennium did good-ish. Like, how a lot of characters leave and then come back. Not because it's good, but because it keeps it manageable, just how many characters there are. Because in the end, there's kind of a lot of characters that you can get and that you can do stuff with. And it gets a little bit unmanageable at some point. So that's good. I vaguely remember that Hirado is like always going in and out, always leaving, always coming back. Same with, what's her name? Jezebel, with her griffin. She just bails on you too, doesn't she? And then she comes back to save you in the mountains. I vaguely seem to remember that happening. I'm trying to not run into the vampires yet so that I can keep Vajal for a little bit longer. They're over there, so gonna go around. 210. Well, that's manageable. Like, I'm at 164, so I definitely think that grinding it out here is a lot easier though, because like even if it's a little bit slower, you do have Tejal, so it's like no risk in what you actually do. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. The thing with the woods is they get really hard if Tejal leaves. Well, really hard. They're not hard, but they get annoying if Tejal leaves before you're done looting, because you have to start beating those dryads or whatever they are on your own, which gets really tedious because they keep healing up. So that's why I'm trying to not lose her quite yet until they're all dead, just so that I don't have to deal with that heal party miner. I think that's all right. Pretty sure that's all I can do here. So, all right. $310. Okay. Alright, 310. That's man. So I know that avoiding the fireflies is the dragonflies is basically key for now, but I'm pretty sure if you like level up, it's hard to put a number on it, but I'd say maybe twice. You have a fair chance against the dragonflies. Because the issue is the damage they deal right now. The issue is not the damage you deal to them. The issue is their damage to you. The firefly skull roll is really good to sell. That's good. But like the mice in here are insanely good. Because they're like 13. The thing is they're 13 XP. Don't deal damage to you. But look at that XP they give. That's 13 per mouse. So I think that's definitely one of the best ways to actually grind up, like grind out those levels a little bit. The green X, yeah, I know. I like that, how you can use green eggs in this game and how you can get more green eggs from, what's it called, Moose Hatchery? Is that what it's called? In case you're out. Although, I get the feeling like if you just farm out these mice here, I think they only respawn if you actually leave the build, like the entire cave system. But other than that, like this is definitely the best way, I think. Because I think 13 XP is the most you get from anything in your surrounding area. I normally wouldn't either, but you get money from them. See, this one only deals 11 damage by now, and I kill it in 3 hits. It's 5 gold. I'm trying to think, like 5 gold compared to the 4 gold that you get from these rats. I think combined, like if you just combine these two, you can get there pretty fast. Yeah, I know. That's what I liked, how you can collect like the animal, how you can collect the different animals and then put them in Moose Hatchery by using eggs. Like, I remember the bomber bird egg, a spider egg. Do I remember another egg? No, I think that's all I remember. Bomber bird and spider. Halfway. I feel like I can go and get that chest that those two, that those dragonflies are guarding, like down here now. And that I can explore up here a bit, because usually you can come here too easily because of the dragonflies on expert mode, but 37 gold is really worth it. Two of them still hit for an annoying lot. No, that's cool. Alright, well. Got through that, so that's good. Because that was like one of the major struggles. Getting through this little pass where there's 2 of them. You can go to the right. 3 chickens, that's easy enough. But yeah, so once you're a decent level, you can actually just grind out the fireflies too, I suppose. Because they do give a little bit more gold. But it's slower than the rats, I'm pretty sure. a haunch. That was not worth it at all. Does chicken give haunches? Does chicken give haunches? What do haunches sell for in this game? Because I feel if they sell for something decent, then those chickens are worth it too. Yeah, they're annoying. Well, not annoying, but they deal like too much damage for expert mode. Well, not too much, they're manageable, but just feels kind of cheap to like have them be here. Okay. I love how you get the beast repellent only if you beat the single most annoying enemy to beat in the area. Like, at that point, I don't really need the beast repellent anymore, since I can obviously beat them. I mean, I'm sitting on 299 gold right now, so it's not like it's actually going to be an issue, seeing as I already have the gold needed. Is there anything more in this cave system? No, I think I got it all. Yep, okay. I guess I'll go to taste then. The fact is, I think being level 6 is a pretty good level to be at when you start going to taste. Because it does help out later on. Not that I've actually gone further than the skeletons, because I didn't bother actually playing after those 2 hours, but I get the feeling that it might. Yeah, I know. The scrolls should be. Yeah, the scrolls are. That's kind of what I remember from all of them. That scrolls are like completely unused at most of the time. I do like how there's like no enemies in this part. It's kind of sad. Also, I get the feeling that there's a money bag up there that doesn't spawn in right now, just because it's the first time that you enter. Do I want to leave? I have 313 gold, so I should be able to buy the full set. So, I suppose. Let's see what we can get. Need to save 20 gold. That's the important part. Okay, so not gonna buy the iron dagger since that's not worth it right now. It's like the plate armor, plate shield, leather helmet, and leather boots, right? Or do I not need the boots? Like, what do I not need? Technically, I also don't need the armor, seeing as I can get the cursed armor. But then I have to be certain that I can avoid the mobs until I can actually get the cursed armor. So I feel that's kind of the thing. You can get the cursed armor and rely on it, but then you can't really beat the skeletons. And you can't not get the cursed armor because it's just insanely good for the drain strategy. Alright, right, though. That's obvious. Okay, so now I don't have gold, so I'll have to sell the scroll, which isn't an issue. 37 gold, it's perfect. Gun shop. Alright, well, this should be good, I think. Slash, I hope, because if it's not, then I'm kind of screwed here. Just kind of wondering, like, what the damage roll with the skeletons is now. Because I kind of feel that's the only downside to doing this kind of thing. You don't really, like, you can't really test. Yeah, okay. You can't really test the waters, you know. You have to do it from the first go, or you die, and then it's over. But I do feel a little bit more confident right now. See, one of the... And only the cursed armor for front. Okay. Okay. I feel like the most troublesome thing in games like this is when you have split parties. Because I did an Ironman run of Laxius Force, and the issue was that at some point, like, it tagged away from your main party into a secondary party that wasn't grinded up at all. And they just fizzled out. Because they were too weak in the end. Alright, nighttime. So, the mansion. No, is it not that one? Oh, alright, it's that one. I still feel like it's lame that there's guilds that you, like, can't join. 80-ish with the full set. Dagel has how much health? I really wish there was a way to, like, do this on your own. Without that word. Like, just to show that you've played the game before. I really like small details where you can, like, do stuff that you normally wouldn't know. I wonder if you wait long enough if the gates would actually close on you, but I don't think they would. Which is kind of sad, because that would be a pretty neat detail to have an actual timer. Also remember that, like, walking back to Grey is one of the most tiresome things in the world. This entire trip is just so 300 and more, so it still means she dies if still means she dies if they all decide to spam her and then get initiative. Like if you get initiative first and then they spam you. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's lame that you can't join them. Didn't know about the forum thing though. That's kind of cool. You know, I'll just for fun's sake, I'll check if you can enter the shops, but I don't. Nope, you can't. The item shop maybe? Nope. Nope. Seriously, what? What happens if you don't have gold? I'm like half inclined to try and find out what happens if I don't have gold. But I don't have a save to try that out. If I had a save to try out what happens if you don't have gold, I would. Would be interesting to see what the game does. Like if it does anything to help you out or not. But I don't think it would. I think you're just stuck. Alright, well. In a land far away. Welcome back to Gadare. Okay. So, shield, helmet, armor, boots. 373, that's a pretty... Huh. Well, let me just spend 10,000 gold. That's obviously gonna work out. Like, if you're really dedicated, like, absolutely dedicated, you could grind out 4,000 gold and just get the helmet. In theory, it's possible. White fresh blood, 35 gold. That's. I wonder what happens if you buy the gold. I really want to know. What if you buy the fresh blood and bring it back to Mel? Would you be able to, like, use it on Mel? Alright, but you can't, like, you have to be careful because you can't go too far to the right. But you can go, like, this way. Alright, got the mail. Right, so I'm really relying on you here. I'm gonna defend round 1 just to see what they do. Okay. Some not really as much as I thought they would do. I mean, they do 8 damage, I suppose. Wait, what? Oh, it's a roll. It's a roll. Huh. Awkward. Yeah, you're right. This is actually a really legit way of getting through this. Can't believe I never really... Oh, 68 gold. Damn. That's... I didn't want to unequip it because I wanted to be sure. I don't know. Does the wisp have magic? Like, do wisps have magic? Because things with magic go through the cursed mail. That's the issue. So I would rather be sure that they're not like that they don't have any spells that can just break through it. Yeah, I did. But like, do wisps have fireball or whatever? That could be annoying. Okay, cool. I wonder if that's intentional, that this is possible at all. Because it feels kind of cheap, not gonna lie. 37 health, okay. I feel like if you're not careful with health management, I feel like if you're not careful with health management, 187 gold. That's insane. For this early on, that's actually insane. I'm not even sure what you can do, but you can bring a lot of that gold back with you. I'm not worried about the fire. I'm worried about the fact that they might, like, use skills that could kill me. Because I remember in the underpass, like in the pass, where you go to get the magic pass, or the merchant's pass, the mage there, he can hit you with fireballs or something, and it goes through, like it ignores the cursed mail and his defense boost. The only thing I'm scared of is like accidentally walking into Galahad. I feel like straight up draining works as long as they actually go faster than you, but I guess I can let my health drop a bit. Do you know what I mean with the cave with the rogues and the sorcerer as a boss? Yeah, that sorcerer ended quite a few, like ended a couple of my runs, normal runs. Yeah, I know, it's a bit annoying, but as long as you successfully avoid it, it's fine. Honestly, I feel like this is one of the most fun things to do in games, like find a tiny little thing that you can abuse like crazy. Because in the end, like, that's what it is. In the end, that's what it is. You're literally abusing a small detail in the game to get a helmet that you're not supposed to get this early on. I wonder, can Edward actually equip the helmet? The skull helmet? Or is it just... Huh. So you don't have to be full health when you start it. That's interesting. Honestly, at this rate, you might actually level up. I'm trying to think what you could do that I probably didn't. But it's fun to do, you know? Like, it's fun to find little gimmicks that can make ironmanning a game more possible. Because in the end, it's incredibly hard to actually do. Especially in Aveyond, where the difficulty spikes are insanely big. So everyone can equip the helmet. That's Does this guy say anything if you're alone? No. So they did actually take into account that you could get there without Galahad. Because there's a dialogue for just Tejal. Alright. That's the best kind of helmet, the ones anyone can use. And that's the worst kind of loot drops, when you don't get anything. I know you can soft reset when you're like grinding to get like guaranteed loot, but I don't know, I just feel like that kind of breaks the spirit of what you're doing, you know? The spirit is you don't die, so you don't have to reload. So I feel like the spirit is also that you don't manually reload. I feel like if anyone can equip it... The thing is, with my expert run, usually what you can do for most of the game is just keep Tejal equipped with the cursed armor for the most part of the game, and just have her and Mel be in a party. And because I think in this game everyone gets experience as long as they're not dead. So if you keep only Mel in the party and then Tejal just goes nuts with Drain, then people get experience. I think that's how I remember it. I could be wrong. But in any case, like, you can totally do this with just Tejal, with Drain, and the cursed mail on. You can basically get through the entire game. Which isn't too hard, seeing as this is like the prequel game. They can get tough, but they don't really do much. But that's why you generally have Mel with you. She can trip enemies. Trust me, as long as, like, you just have to kind of know who's who, but if an enemy doesn't use a lot of magic, then Tejal basically wins. And if they do use magic, then you just have to prepare accordingly and not... Well, that's the helmet. Don't think I'm gonna grind for the skull armor, though. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's why you can easily grind up just using Tejal. Alright, skull armor, skull helmet. I feel like, I don't know, maybe having like 1,000 gold extra might help. I feel like this is too good an opportunity to like not utilize to have some gold when you go back. Just so that Melis it can actually buy herself some armor now, because she did take on, like, she does have the helmet obviously, and Edward has blade armor. Yeah, why not? The thing with +3 speed is that, like, even intense grinds like this go decently fastish, just because of how much faster the game runs at +3 speed. You could, in a way, call that cheating, I guess, but it doesn't actually alter any values or stats or things. It just speeds you up a bit. So what's their damage when you have the skull helmet from the skeletons? Do they actually deal more damage, or is that too much armor? Because I could see that being too much armor. $55. And if you have only the cursed mail, you have... That's only 5 less than if you have the cursed armor on. Interestingly enough. Go in or don't go in? 1. So the game fully heals you if you're damaged, right? If the game fully heals you without, like, if you enter the fight, that's kind of annoying. Otherwise you could kind of abuse the system. You're like 1 health and instantly drain. Wait, what? I've been so careful this entire time, and you can just walk around here. That's... I'm just gonna do one more grind run, just so that you have time to answer. Because the delay is a bit annoying. I don't even remember. Okay, so they do actually heal you. I mean, if they only deal 1 damage, if you were... These things deal a little bit more damage, actually. Honestly, this makes grinding them out even easier. Because now you take, like, even slightly more damage. So you also recover slightly faster. Just gotta be a bit careful, like, here. Because I feel... If you get critted 5 times, you kind of could die. Imagine how bad luck you must have to just get critted 5 times and die at this point. The question was if you get fully healed, but you answered. Okay. Also means I don't have to waste money on the inn, which is useful. Alright, well. Interestingly enough, if he can't die, then what's the point here? Yeah, that's why I'm wearing the full set. See, the annoying part is that they literally only target Galahad. I'm really hoping you're right about the damage here. No, lol, okay. Well. Worried for nothing, I guess. See, but that's like the extra layer of intensity that you don't have if you like play a normal run. You don't have this extreme stress of like, oh my god, can I kill this thing or not? You just kind of go in, and if you die, you know? Yeah, his HP got toned down between builds because he was too strong. I don't know when he got changed, but I know you're right that he had 600 in the past. Because he could easily, like, I remember easily killing these things with both of them on expert mode, and it's just, you just can't do it. It's impossible to kill them with ease. Unless you're like in a using a dedicated strategy like the cursed armor or anything else. Well, officially further than last time because I didn't quit this time. Only issue is now she has the skull helmet equipped and I don't have the skull helmet. So for now, that's actually not really... Oh, I do have the leather helmet, which in a way is also useful. So you don't have the optimal stuff? Struggling? Yeah. You can buy the iron dagger now. You can also buy a new set of stuff for Mel. She can equip that, but she can't equip this. And I can buy a new set of blade armor, so that's fine. So Mel is actually packed out right now. So that's good. Mel's... I wonder, can Mel drink the blood? She can. That's... I kind of want her to take damage now and just see what happens if you like try to feed her the blood. Like whether she cares or not. Yeah, I know. Oh. Ah, well, whatever. The music in this game is really fun to listen to, honestly. It's one of the few games that I actually love listening to continuously. I do kind of miss having the student outfit of the School of War and Magic though. Like in Ren's Quest, that was one of the more fun things, having like the school uniform. I was always sad when you have to like put it off. Take it off. Alright. At least it's kind of starting to roll at a decent pace. If you get another switch, by the way, like, does the next switch end when you go through the portal? Is that when it ends? I feel like that's when it ends, if I remember right. Because if that's so, then you could totally also, like, take off the plate armor, like, give Galahad plate armor. Don't know what he has right now, but it's probably not plate armor. I'm usually cautious about my money. You just spend it all. Yeah, I'm terrible with money in games like this. It's like having healing items, especially coffee bombs for Stella, is really important. Haunches might not have been the most important thing. Wait, do I keep the cursed mail, don't I? Huh. Edward could, technically speaking, equip this. Like, if you're being cautious, extra cautious, you could totally make Edward equip it. But then his attack would obviously go down. Whatever. Not a good strat. Can Edward even equip the cursed mail? I'm actually not sure. The party is probably at the castle, even though I don't really remember this. We don't have to dress up. I'm gonna be disagreeing with the whole don't have to dress up part because, well, just a little funsy. I do like how this place is like non-existent, and then once you actually get artifacts and stuff, it starts becoming a lot more lively. Yeah, she's a big heal bot, but that's exactly why I want the healing items. Like, that's exactly why she's so good. Because of how she can just be a heal bot. That's why I bought all the guppy bombs. There isn't any loot in this castle, right? I remember like going through it and then never finding anything. So I might as well not go through it. I've always felt that this was a little bit shoehorned. Like, just a tiny little bit shoehorned. I don't know. It's always felt so sudden that she, like, has this extreme hate for nobles, even though it wasn't really expressed. And I know I've argued with someone about it before, but, well, whatever. Alright, and now you actually catch the real spy, and then go back to Grey. So that's what I mean. Going back to Grey every single time is actually horrible. Because of how long the walk is. On normal speed anyways. Actually awful. Doesn't help that my coordination is absolutely terrible. Alright, and then we go back. I'm always like, one thing I'm wondering is if they get to sleep there, why don't I get a bed in school? Like, there's even a free bed. Like, you can literally see a free bed. Hey, SM2. The goodie cave. I don't use goodies. It's like the trade-off. I think that's a fair trade-off. Like, you use goodies, I use speed boosts. I can actually buy... Well, I can't, obviously, but... I could have bought additional armor for Edward too, I suppose. What can I sell? I mean, I can sell this. This. Edward already has plate armor, so I can sell that and just get shield and a helmet for him. When is the switch on this, by the way? Like, when is the party switch here? I know that you can get Stella and then Edward leaves. Like, Edward leaves once you find Stella. I know that much. And then Mel finds the ring. And she goes back and gives it. But I don't really know when the actual cutoff is. I feel like that would be pretty useful to know at this point. No money back. I could have sworn there was a money back somewhere around here, but I guess not. I mainly remember that you can go into the merchant like you can go near the merchant cave at this point. I always get lost in this entire thing, this forest, because of how confusing the layout is if you don't know where you're going. Okay. It's just, I don't know what armor Galahad has right now. So I'm kind of trying to think, can I give him blade armor and does it actually do anything for him? Because right now he just kind of keeps dying. And he's going to keep dying in every single fight, basically. Unless you give Galahad the cursed armor and keep the... You can give Galahad the cursed armor and keep the skull helmets on Tejal. And just try to do it that way. That might work, actually. Because in general, it's not like you really need to deal damage with Tejal. This goes to Moose Hatchery, right? So not the most worthwhile stop, but whatever. Is he here already, or can you not do this yet? Oh, he's here. Welcome to Moose Hatchery. Whee! See, that's what I meant. Like, you can buy green warp eggs if you have 5 gold. Then blue warp egg. I remember that the red warp egg is really useful at some point because you can just use them, come back to Moose Hatchery, and then use the teleporter to go to Taste instantly. Just because of how far you have to go sometimes, it can be really useful. But whatever, that's not here, that's not now. First gotta focus on actually making it through this entire thing and then making it through Gadari, because I've always found it weird that there's like no path that leads this way. Like, you just kind of have to figure out that it's this way. But whatever. Alright, welcome to the ruins. Okay, so I'm just gonna take off his plate armor. Actually, I'm just gonna take off everything he has. Don't have to take off the sword, because I know that the sword isn't... Oh, you can actually find... No, you... Oh, that's awkward. So you can't find the ring early. You can ignore her. That's good. Kind of just... Wow. Okay, so that buying the iron dagger isn't necessary either. Well, unless you want to have a better weapon when you try to get here, obviously. Alright, well, let's talk to Stella, I guess. I only remember that I like never used Stella in my medium or easy runs, because you kind of just don't need her, you know? You can perfectly make do with only What am I trying to say? With only Tejal, Galahad, Edward, and Mel. Like, ridiculous as it sounds, that's actually a perfectly viable party at this point. Okay, so let's just try and make it... Is there any point in fighting? I don't think there's a point in fighting monsters at this point. Yeah, no, I don't know how you would actually live without speed boosting this, just because of how slow the battles are. Like, HP deduction and all that. What do I do now? Oh yeah, right, I visit the girl, see what she's doing. Give her the ring back. But first, flip this switch. Hup. Alright. Alright. Well, it's a good thing I took off the armor. Yeah, see, this is what I thought. Galahad does not have armor. At all. Now he does. And this is why I bought so many Castilies. Huge waste of haunches, but whatever. Okay, so now we actually have Galahad with armor. So alright, so right here. It's fine, I managed to take off the armor in time. So we're good. Definitely got a lot further than last time, not gonna lie. Now we're gonna go to Harburg, right? So they're both level 14. I hope I was right about the cursed sword dealing a lot of damage. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I know you need money. I also you need to like look. Can you look something up for me? Because I know. Well, this guy lost his soul. I know that much. But this guy plays a game. 10 questions. If you get them all right, gives a legendary item. Oh, never mind. You need 100,000 gold. I do love how hostile he is to Tejal. I also love how the barkeep is like, no way, you couldn't have won. These things are rigged, so you can't win. I mean, the 10 questions are doable, aren't they? I just, well, you know, you kind of need the answers. So in a way, it's pretty easy as long as you just have a guide that tells you, oh, these are the answers. Is that cheating? I feel like that kind of counts as cheating. I wonder, these elixirs are incredibly good, aren't they? Like, you could totally do with buying a couple of them if you actually spent the time wasting. Like, if you actually waste your time grinding them out. Is the music different from... Oh, right, the whole cling, cling, cling isn't there. Yeesh. Galahad still takes way too much damage. Jesus. I wonder if you can put Galahad on inactive. Yeah, probably. What's the reward anyways? Like, what do you get if you complete it? Because a legendary item sounds nice and all, but... Can I put you on it? And hey, look, that works. Because honestly, he's kind of just in the way. Because the slimes don't hit me. Why? That's fine. You can give Galahad the cursed armor if you want to go that way, but you might as well kill the enemies. Still dope. I kind of wonder what that legendary item is. Because it sounds nice and all, but realistically speaking, it's probably not that great. Oh. That's pretty good, I guess. Can Edward equip it? Or is it not better than Excalibur? It's alright, but that's the old password. Oh, the best in 3.2. That's a pretty big difference there. I almost forgot to actually give this guy his soul back. Get a lucky charm. What does a lucky charm do? Protects against ailments. I suppose that has some use. It's only for Galahad. Oh, okay. I mean, in a way, I kind of do like how everyone has like their little armor or their thing and their weapons. I think that's one of the more charming things about RPGs like this. But I can definitely see how it could be annoying. Especially when it comes to like insanely good gear that you just can't use because you don't use a character. Where is Beatrice? This is what I mean when I say that my orientation is god awful. I just have no clue where she is. Unequip everything. Yeah, I know. You don't actually have to win a fight in Harburg, do you? Alright, the big mansion. Alright, hi there. Oh, it's Vivienne that knows the password. Okay, so I need to get a coffin for her, which is in the inn, if I remember. Yeah, the armor is cool. Oh, I thought it was 100. 30, that's nothing. No, you don't. Okay. It's kind of hard remembering what I asked, like, by the time you actually hear it and give an answer. Ghost. You do have to survive the first turn, though. Like, as a minor detail, you kind of do have to survive that turn. Or do you? I think they just knock you to 1 health, anyways. Where? Oh, right. Don't actually remember, but I think you have to survive to, like, 1 health. Every coffin has a different price. Well, I'm very happy that I bought the one for 30 gold, then. Because I did not feel like paying more than that. But yeah, this is why I wasn't really too cautious with the gold. Like, if you really need more, you can just get more by killing these things again. Because, like, what do I have now? 123? 123? I don't think that there's... Nah, that one hit KO you. Okay. I wonder... Cursed Mail on Galahad with the skull helmet. Would it still one-shot? You think? I feel like that might actually not one-shot. Because that's... I mean, that's an insane amount of defense. Yeah, I know, because there's only 2 of them. But I kind of just want to gimmick and see if Galahad can actually survive it by having like the maxed out defense set. Alright, so I think this is where... Really hope I'm not wrong, that this is where you unequip everything. I'm gonna... His defense becomes 80. And then with shield it's 82. 83. I feel like that's actually worth trying. I don't think it will matter though. I think the game will just continue anyways. Like, I don't think it will actually care about what you do, but whatever. Alright, so we're back here. Do I actually have... Oh yeah, this is where the vampires are. Splash them with holy water. Yeah, the vampires find you. Whee! Sitting on 1,617 gold, by the way. Oh, Tejal is back. Whee! And a world map. It's actually so mean, by the way. Like, nope. Find your own place to stay. I don't care. I don't think there's any supplies I need beyond... Aww, his dog is gone. See, Mel is actually nice. She actually offers to help the dog. The irony is that they make a joke about Stella being from Naelith, and then the meme is that she actually is. Like, as much as it's a lie at this point, it's kind of funny that it ends up being true. Alright, well, that was that. Finally allowed to leave. For some reason, tutorials like that lag extremely hard if you use speed ups. I don't know why. It just lags like crazy. Maybe I should actually give Stella some armor. Might actually help the poor girl. Never mind. Yeah, it's kind of weird that there's no loot, like, whatsoever. You should be at least a little bit rewarded for actually trying to find some stuff. Game's just like, nope. Alright, where's... Huh. Where is that dog? You can bark as much as you like. That doesn't mean I suddenly know where you are. Down here? Like this? Maybe? Ah, yes. Leave that poor doggo alone. If that one actually hits hard. Well, there we go. Could actually go and cash in on that quest right now, but I think he gets you like 10 gold coins or something, right? Don't think that's exactly worth it. Alright, you need to go to Nailith, and then once you're in Nailith, you need to find the sunscreen that's in the cave. That's what you have to do. I remember now. Would be nice if Stella would hurry up and learn her. Yeah, I know. Well, too late now. I get the feeling that I'm on the wrong path anyways. Yeah, this is towards the merchant's cave, isn't it? Is it? Oh yeah, this is the place that one shot that absolutely destroys you if you go in. Yeah, I kind of forgot that you can heal up in the apartment. Just a little bit too much backtracking to my liking. Gotta love how there's like so many parts of the map that you can go to, but that have absolutely nothing. You were supposed to kill it, Edward. Same. The wolves in 2 are actually terrifying. That's a fact. So fast, so strong. Absolutely insane. I can never find where the forest entrance is. Like, is it less far? Yep, it's less far. Okay. This way. Well, at least if she puts one to sleep, I'm less annoyed by the amount of wolves. No, not that one. Found one whopping bread. Awesome. Cuff. I think it's kind of funny. Like, the dialogue is funny, but the fact is that Tejal did say northeast and Mel suggests southwest. Kind of weird. You know, that actually isn't too impressive healing either. Okay. Here we go. Pray that this doesn't kill me. That's what I remember from these harpies, that they have pretty good defense, but they don't deal damage, so it doesn't matter. Another green warp egg, that's good. I remember having to avoid those, like this spot. Yeah, that party. Their whirlwind skill is beyond annoying. Like, in general, any skill that hits every single party member is horrible to deal with early game, because they're usually quite strong too. But they're dead. I'm not. Especially if her sleep misses. I feel like that's why I never used her, because I felt like her sleep just always misses. She do. Oh god, I almost forgot, but like, the single worst thing in any of these games is about to happen. Namely, the stupid, horrible item matching. Oh, I hate that thing. That's actually awful. Like, where you have to, like the train school, where you have to match the correct items. Yeah, she's more useful, but right now she's like... Once she gets her healing spell, she can be good. But until then, she kind of just doesn't do anything. I mean, at best she kind of just soaks up some damage if she's defending. love how the attempt to steal has always failed so far. On the top 10 most useless skills. I would agree if I didn't hate Lydia that much. Well, we made Galadon. That's a record. Luckily, the Aveyond tradition of always having a coin bag in an inn continues. Yeah. Steel is basically useless. It's gonna be good for later. And that's gonna be good for later. I just like how you can't buy the dynamite, even though you're like, I know I'm gonna use this. Well, I know I'm gonna need this. I don't think those scrolls are gonna be anything useful, so I'm just not gonna bother. Hey, a record's a record. Like this. The benefits of having money is so ridiculously big in this. Just because of how much you really do need this stuff, like the gear, to be able to do anything whatsoever. And the fact that you can now teleport back to Thace, like back and forth to Thace. Thanks, SM2. Hey, don't touch my egg. Huh. I want that egg. I don't actually remember that. Okay, so this is officially my most hated thing ever. By all means, feel free to help me. Alright, so let me. You know what the thing is here? If you leave, like if you have 4 sets and you accidentally leave, it actually resets your progress and you have to start again. And that is the single worst thing ever. So the way I do this is I just take a screenshot of every every door and then open them up and then compare them, because it actually goes a lot faster than having to manually think and keep track of what's in what. Like, can you imagine finding 4 pairs and then just being forced to do it all over again just because you accidentally left the building? Can you imagine the pain? How many floors? How many doors are there? Has to be the last one. Right, well, if you saw any pairs, why would you leave? No, it's just like when you accidentally leave. Like if you accidentally walk too far and you delete the map by accident, it doesn't warn you, it doesn't stop you or anything. You just kind of walk through. Alright, it's time to start comparing an endless amount of maps. If you saw a pair, by all means, let me know. Even using this strategy, I still can't even see a single one. Oh, vegetables. No, vegetables. 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 Oh, that open book with pen. This one. Isn't it? Please? Somewhere? No. Shield? Oh, the anchor is one. I see that now. Oh, I think the shield is one. I'm not 100% sure though. I do know that the anchor here is one. And I think that beer is one. And this thing over here is one too. Okay, so the anchor. No. Top 10 most horrible things ever. It comes quite close. Yeah, the items are randomized each time. Oh, that red pot is one too. Yeah, that's good. I think those double helmets are one too, but I'm not sure. Did I mislook? But yeah, you can definitely see why this is arguably this crab's one. It's actually horrible. Because every time you're like, oh, now I found it, then it turns out you're just looking at something that you've been looking at for the past 10 minutes. And those pots are all different colors too. So you might think like, oh, the pots are one, but they're all different. Same with the flowers. Because you'd be thinking, oh, I found one. Nope, flowers are all different. I feel like that bottle with beer might be one. For sure though. Bottle of red wine with a glass. No, this is different, isn't it? You have a vial and a glass. It's not a bottle of red wine. Yeah, it's like the... Oh, wait, this. Thing? Please? Please? Nope. It's actually mind-boggling how anyone thought in production this was a good idea. Like... Can't take a look at the screenshots again. Okay, found one. Good question, honestly. I swear, if these lamps aren't the same, I'm going to go crazy. Okay, they're the same. See, but what I mean is, like, you run straight down, right? To get back. If you keep down pressed for too long, you accidentally leave. Also, I once like found all 5 items and then I left because I thought it was done, and then I realized that you have to talk to her when you're done. Feels bad. Alright, let's see. Worst part is that if you accidentally leave, it's not like you can just come back and do it again, because the items get randomized when you enter the room. If you accidentally left, then they're randomized again, and you have to do it all over again. A single glass of beer. What's that? My god. It's also just that most of the time it's like these very not obvious items that end up being the ones. I feel like a massive bottle of wines could actually be one. Another files. Feel free to share any input you might have. So I'm just gonna do it this way. Just room 1. No match to room 6. As far as I can tell. Oh wait, yeah, here. Got it. Okay, so that actually really works well if you just open up one screenshot and then enter the game. Just compare it to the actual game. Alright, last one. What else could there be? Small chest and a small box, because that's totally different from it. Got it. See, it's really hard to even see where the other one is. But I know that there's another small cutting board. I'm like 99% sure now. Oh yeah, there it is. See, this is so hard to see. How are you supposed to see that? It's done. I feel like, I don't know. Imagine you're speedrunning this game and you're like doing super well, and then you just get these absolute horrific items that you can't figure out for the love of you. I would be so sad and salty, especially the second part. Just imagine that being the reason, like, you lose your run, you don't win a speedrun, just because the items happen to be bad. I kind of wish that, like, spells wouldn't go through all armor, because right now they're just... I love how you learn how to climb as if it implies that you have to go into the caves, but then when you actually go into the caves, it's like the caves just absolutely Shrek you. There is nothing you can do against those gnomes in the caves. They absolutely destroy you. It just feels like the game intentionally... Yeah, true. It just feels like the game's intentionally tricking you into going into the caves. I mean, this game isn't meant for ironmanning either, and look what we're doing. Oh well, we made it. The worst part is that I have to actually go back to the mines and then get the dynamite. Hey, get back here. Huh, how did that go? Also, the fact that you have to now survive without Edward is such a gut punch when you're like right here. The boss is the Wraith is insane. Like, I don't think it's actually possible to beat it with just 2. We dwarves are solitary people. That's why we have an entire community of dwarves. And like the only thing is that you have to like do the mines to get the pickaxe. And Mel might say that she's not scared of it, but I sure am. I do not feel like a poltergeist being the reason that I lose this run. How do you get that egg anyways? Like, that egg is interesting. And I will try to get the egg once I figure out where the item shop is. Okay, well, Edward's back. That was a short leave of action. I wonder if the rock slide spell does good damage to the poltergeist. Isn't the reward like a gem for... Isn't the reward a gem for Edward's Excalibur? Oh, okay. A white robe and sunscreen. What happens if you don't bring the sunscreen anyways? Like, are you just screwed because you didn't bring it? How do you get to that chest? Is it the topaz gem? Is that how you get topaz? I don't know. I do like how you can just go in here and now actually use it because you have money to use it. Because dang, forget about just walking all the way back. Ain't doing that. And now we can just cash in. For the whopping 10 gold. It's a good thing that saving a dog feels good because... Whew, not worth it. You know you're bad when Stella almost one-shots you. I hate how she's moderately useless for most of it, but then when Gendel takes her over, she suddenly is like this gigantic monster, healing-wise. She just heals for full every single turn. I don't even know how you beat Gendel except by using like death scrolls. Because that's how I keep beating him. Imagine if Gendel like wasn't being a dick here and would just kill her. Like huh, that's weird. Almost worth testing out, but, well. Oh, I just used death scrolls. Like, death scrolls just kill him instantly if you get lucky enough, so I mean. I do think it's kind of anticlimactic that the big boss of the game dies to a simple instant death skill, although it does make sense with how the fight is set up. There is a certain amount of logic. Alright, so I'm just gonna save here because I just want to test out what happens if you just disable two fighters. So this, like, imagine this is a pause just to like test out the gimmick that we're going for here. A pause of the Iron Man. It does work, like you can enter the fight with just them two. So now we defend. Holy god. He just had the critical hit me, didn't he? I mean, he turns human, doesn't he? Okay, anyway, so memes aside. I'm going to firmly dictate that that did not count. He, like... Why does... These things deal extra damage if you have the curse, if you're cursed. Because Galahad takes 3,000 and they only take 600. Extra damage against cursed enemies. That's Alright, no, you can't do this yet. You have to flip the switch inside the tower. That's how you do it. There we go. Yeah, no. Flip this switch. Continue. Flip this. Flip this. Huh? Oh, I opened the wrong one. That's annoying. There's a switch here somewhere. Isn't there? Like for that thing? Or is it just in the open? Oh, it's in the chains. Oh, is it the bomber bird egg that you need? I thought it was flipping a switch in here. Okay. I have my, like, it seems a weird thing that they might be optional characters. Like, that seems really implausible. Let me look that up. Aveyond. Sunscreen scenario. Right, so here's the thing. In alpha testing and beta testing, when they were still one game, like this and the next one, they could die, but now they just go to the go back to the library no matter what you do. Okay, so I'm just not gonna use Galahad, I think. I'm just gonna use Tejal. Give her the skull helmet. Guess she won't have armor for now. That doesn't really matter too much. Do you remember if the poltergeist uses magic? I don't remember right now. Because if the poltergeist uses magic... If the poltergeist doesn't use magic, you can just kill it. By... well, killing it. I am not going south to the catacombs. Sorry, kid. That's, one suicide mission that I am not down for right now. But yeah, does the boss use magic? I honestly have no clue. It's kind of important, though, because otherwise you can just give the cursed armor to someone. What did I just say? The issue with the woods south is that you kind of just have to avoid everything. Like, the catacombs have, like, instant death enemies, don't they? I feel like that's just begging to die, honestly. So you can just get the poison dagger here. Also the long sword until Excalibur gets the ice gem that you can upgrade to the blizzard gem is like insane. It's kind of funny how this legendary sword is less good than a random sword that you buy in a random store in a small city. I mean, dodging things isn't really the most difficult thing. I feel like I do have eggs, don't I? Like, escape eggs, too. I feel like it should be possible to just avoid everything. I never noticed that there was a donation box here. The Catacombs have the best weapon for Mel for a while. I mean, like I said, I have 2 escape eggs and I do have the best armor you can have. I'm just gonna give Facial the Dwarven Shield instead, so that her... And I'll be right back. I mean, worst case scenario, there's the beast repellents, given there's 2 of them. Okay, well. No risk, no gain. I'm going to turn off like the speed boost though. Just do it as a normal. Just for the accuracy of like dodging. We see 1 orc there. That was not worth it. That was so not worth it. Feel free to help guide me to where the weapon is supposed to be. Yeah, I know it's optional. Oh. Does that trigger a battle if you go there? I'm not sure, I want to find out. So it's a bit tricky, but you can't actually walk over the mushrooms, which is something they would usually assume you can. It's pretty tense, like, pretty stressful. Yeah, but do you know where it is? And like, do you know if those orcs around campfires, if they attack, if you get like too close? Because I feel like this is pretty... I mean, I'm here for the weapons, so... Probably not. Doesn't exactly... Whew. Whew. Oh. That's not point. Yeah, that's gonna be really hard to avoid. Oh, so they disappear if you... Cast your leave. Yeah, okay. A mercenary sword. Wait. Oh, you can't equip it. That's sad. 63. That's quite a lot. I really hope you're right about this. Oh, nice. That definitely makes them the easiest to avoid. See, if I was certain that I could actually get a turn... I'm just gonna ignore the gold. Yeah, the best one being the one you get from the riddle, probably. Okay, so that's Galahad. Now the catacombs for Mel, I suppose. Alright, here we go. Also need to check for that guy's grave then, if I'm here anyways. I'm missing the joke here. I mean, yeah. I have no clue, like, I don't see how I'm supposed to actually get through this. Well, it better be that chest, because this place is really too small to maneuver. A cursed robe. Just finna give that. There you go, Stella, have fun. Can you use skills? Well, yeah. Huh. You know, giving the cursed robe to Stella actually might be good, because she doesn't need, like, she doesn't need to attack anyways. She doesn't use attacking skills, so... Yeah, map would be useful. Because I don't really want to waste that second beast repellent. Okay, well, the graves are down there. You can see that much. And then there's a locked chest over here. I really hope it's not the locked chest. That would be kind of annoying. Just gotta lure them over here. Nope, none of them. I mean, if it says where it is, then that's enough. We don't have to know more. I get the feeling it's gonna be that chest over there, but I don't know how to get to it. Because this gate is locked, and I don't think you can actually get through it. Because I think the switch is, like, behind those reapers. Oh wait, no, there's another thing. So just gonna stand over here. It would really help if this game gave you a clue which tomb a cursed helmet. I mean, if you're already cursed. Wait, what? Hey, look. This is a glitch. If you... Look at this glitch. If you tack on the skull helmet after wearing the cursed mail, your armor goes up to 173. It cancels out the curse. The skull helmet makes you immune to curse. I don't see a map linked. Oh, you mean on Discord? No, you do not mean on Discord. Huh. Where did you link it? Because I don't see it. Also, are you seeing this? Like the defense Tejal has right now? Because... Does that work with anyone else? Like, is this an actual glitch? Oh my god, it works. This actually cancels out cursed. That's insane. Alright, let me see. Opens D1 with S2. Where's S2? You get there by 4. How do you get 4? Eesh. That's confusing now. I mean, yeah, wearing cursed armor cancels out curse because you're like that's part of what it does. If you're cursed, it gets rid of the curse, but it's not supposed to do it that way. Like, this is 100% a glitch. Okay, so... Entrance 3. So that means I have to navigate past these skeletons. You were supposed to move down too. I wonder if Galahad would actually survive now with 173 defense. Don't like this. Oh, what? That's actually their starting spawn? That's annoying. Do you think he would survive? His defense is 173. Doesn't seem unreasonable to think that he might survive. The stage will have better base defense or something? Well, I mean, I can use the... I'm just gonna use the beast repellent, see what I get. Whoop. Why does it store their location? None of the other enemies do that. Like, there isn't a single other enemy that I know of that actually saves. We got the cursed dagger now, if we can just... I know. Okay, there. Made it. I mean, the issue isn't really if I kill them fast. The issue is if they kill me. Like... Because I genuinely have no clue how strong those things are. Well, it doesn't really matter either, seeing as we can just get out of here now. I should have bought a warp to Moose Hatchery to get out of here. Stealth mission success. I mean, Mel is a thief, so Loki makes sense that she's good at this. Yep. It's always awkward when like the beast repellent wears off and you have no clue where they'll appear, because you never know where exactly your enemy is going to be at that point. Because the only thing beast repellent does is it changes all enemies to invisible. Caught by a troll. You know, maybe I should actually equip this dagger that I risked my life over. Okay. Well, you know, that one, okay. Can't say that was a complete failure. I know that you can actually donate and give like money to her at some point. Lord Burnaby. Who is Lord Burnaby? Horus. I love how the woman is like, nope, that's not true. I feel like I vaguely recall... Okay. I get a feeling that I just saved myself time. Oh. This guy better have some type of reward for me after I do his quests, because I swear, if I'm wasting my time to buy fresh milk and stuff. See, that's the thing in Lax's Force. If you do like small dumb quests like this, a goddess literally comes up and helps you. A brooch. Wait, Hannah is in Days, isn't she? Yeah. What a nice little subplot. I actually love subplots like this. They make a game feel so much better than just a game. Because the only reason that I think she's in Taze is because I remember... Oh! But yeah, the goddess saves you if you die. That's true. For 10% of your gold, she returns you to the start of the dungeon, fully healed. But I meant more like if you die. You don't have to backtrack, you just have to use the teleporters. Hashtag having money. Never mind, it's still a lot of backtracking. Even if you have money. Well, why not? Clearly it's helping. Really? That's the reward? One level egg? I mean, to be fair, a level egg is worth quite a lot actually, so... One level egg. Feels a bit cheap. This quest is not one that I want to complete right now. Wait, actually, I'm not sure where I have to go right now, but I do think, like, with the gear and with the stuff, I can definitely go back and go and beat the poltergeist. Like, I'm relatively sure that I can beat the poltergeist like this. With facial as full cursed. One level egg is good, definitely. But let's try fighting one dwarf. See what that does. Did you see that? That's interesting. That's still... Oh, Mel just... Oh, they all just kill. Apart from the damage they deal, that's actually pretty damn good. And Tejal can just... Wait, she's not cursed. She can attack. What the hell, dude? What? That's honestly the most insane glitch I think I'll ever see. The fact she can just fight despite being cursed, like she's not affected by the curse at all. So you're telling me she has the defense? You're telling me she has the defense of someone that's cursed with the cursed armor, with the cursed mail, but she isn't cursed. I mean, the weapon is good, but in my opinion, my pure opinion, the glitch is even better. It's like, keep in mind, we haven't seen anyone attack Tejal yet. But I'm expecting like 0 damage, personally. When Mel deals damage. Yeah, the trip to the catacombs was definitely worth it in the end. Like, especially in exchange for like two beast repellents. It's not really that big a deal, honestly. Alright, well, first anxiety moment of the day. Can we beat the poltergeist? Okay, I have no clue what that did. But I don't like it. Yeah, that was hardest boss fight of my life. I wonder what Shroud does. Like, what does that skill do? Because it seemed pretty threatening, but then it ended up not doing a thing. Also means that Edward is getting a better sword because he's getting to like you can upgrade Excalibur now, which on its own is already a more than decent reward for any of this. Just because of how good an upgraded Excalibur is. I was so anxious when I came here. Can you look up what Shroud does? Like what that skill does? Because I'm genuinely interested now. The sad part is that I'm pretty sure that this isn't even better than Excalibur, than the Longsword. Yeah, 21 versus 45. Whoops. Yeah, no, I didn't find anything either. I only found people that can beat him. The only thing I can find is people being like, oh, I can't beat the Poltergeist. Which, well, I mean, given how easy it ended up being, it's kind of awkward. Okay, so what am I actually supposed to be doing now? Because in all honesty, I've actually not gotten this this far. Do I go to the forest? Is still forest again? No, because I can't ice skate. What am I supposed to be doing? Genuinely have no clue here. My instinct would be that I have to go here, but I can't because I can't ice skate. So, and a journal isn't particularly helpful. Nope, don't worry, Prank. Still here, still going hard, and still doing the Iron Man, and still haven't lost it. So, I actually have a good feeling about this, thanks to Lemmy helping out. Although Lemmy could particularly help out. Oh, is this when you go to the Merchant's Path? Alright, so this is one of the most butt clench moments of the game then. Farming the Merchant's Path or farming in the Merchant's Path? I think discovering this glitch, like the armor glitch, is actually insane. Because it has all the benefits of, having the cursed armor and none of the downsides. Jeez, look at this. Look at this. That's insane. Oh, whatever. I haven't ever done anything special beyond 3-2. I think I've finished all the games past 3-2 at once or so. It's awkward to see just how far behind you are, like, after, like, battles. Because you recommend seeing if I can beat them, and then we go back, and I've already killed them twice. The fact is, Tejal doesn't even care that she's getting hit by them 1 damage. They deal 1 damage to Tejal. Why is the rest even here? She can just do it on her own. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can. Because she uses magic. No, I've wanted to try this for a while. What happens if you give... Ew. Why can Mel drink fresh blood and heal? That's a bit yuck. In all honesty. And by a bit, I mean that's pretty damn yuck. Also, the enemies don't respawn unless you fully leave the cave. No, I wish there was like a thing that says how many times you've died. Would be more interesting. Title: Spy, Prince, Healer, Vampire, Knight. Why does it say her title twice? It's already behind her name. I'm liking the fact that Galahad has taken like damage. 11 damage or so when Mel isn't. She took 1 from the wolves. Where's my apartment again? I've always loved the dialogue between characters when you're like in the house. Just because of how quirky it can be sometimes. I'm actually gonna go ahead and buy two red orbs, 2 red warp eggs, for no other reason than if I ever get stuck somewhere dangerous, that I can just warp away to Taze indirectly. The fact is, you can just warp back to Phase as long as you have these red warp eggs. Okay, so I didn't think that I would be able to. I live in Thay's apartment 2C. Do I really want to bother getting her milk pail? It's a big investment, but you know, like, it's, I don't know, it's 1,000 gold, which is a lot. But on the other hand, if you ever get to a point where you're like, you realize that you can't beat an enemy and you escape, then there's another enemy and you can't dodge them, compared to having to restart because it's an Iron Man, I think that's pretty cheap, honestly. You know what you see what I mean? The milk pail was not worth it. That's a fact. But you know, side quests are like that sometimes. Completing them usually doesn't do much, especially in Aveyond. I don't think there's a single side quest in Aveyond that's actually like completely worth it, apart from the riddle and finding the guy's family history in the catacombs, because it's the only thing that you can do in the catacombs except find the cursed dagger. So, I don't know. Red Rock Pass. The best part is honestly you can just curse them. Like, as on top of everything else that this place has, you can also just curse people. I just dislike how you can't turn Mel off as a character. Like, you can't not have her in the party. And while that makes sense, it would be nice if you could, like, not have her. So that she doesn't die. Just wasting my Cassia leaves every time she dies is kind of annoying too. And it's not like she's actually tanking the damage here. Same with Galahad really, but he's like dealing insane damage in return, so. Honestly, I'm just kind of thinking, like, what can the boss even do? Like, is there actually a realistic chance that the boss can beat me at this point? Considering that I easily deal enough damage to take him out. I don't think that boss actually can do much at this point. Like, especially the Thajal. I'm thinking that, like, maybe he can just deal enough damage to kill Thajal with his spell. But other than that, I mean, Mel is nice in general. She's a nice character, but she just doesn't have too much purpose being in actual battles. She can trip, to be fair. She can trip. Totally worth it. Oh god, that takes so much mana. I can literally heal more with bread. That's kind of says it all. Oh, there's 2 more enemies here. Oops. Alright, well. Alright, so basically it's a huge race to kill the guy in the back, because he's the only one that can actually deal legit damage to Thajal. All the others are way too weak to do anything to her. No worries. Nothing really. I just said that beyond that guy using Earthquake on Thajal, he's really not a threat. He's dead. Okay, cool. Abusing this glitch for everything is worth. I don't know if I should feel good or feel bad about the fact that I'm using this glitch this way, but it's literally too good a glitch to pass up on. Could you please not do that, please? I'm trying to get my leave my characters alive. No, don't do that. I need these Cassia leaves, please. Alright, please just kill it. Yes. Only 592. That's only a level up for Galahad in that word. You do get very good loot from them though. This loot is actually set. Like, the loot doesn't change no matter what you do. You always get the 1 elixir, the 1 aquafolium, 1 bread, and 1 lightning ring. Right. You can all leave. The fact is you can literally grind up anyone that is not Mel to extreme degrees just because Mel keeps dying. Alright, well. This guy's dead, so we can keep his pass now. Why do I have to go to Stormbend anyways? I really don't remember this game that well, honestly. Isn't the final battle like Hepatitis? Again? She seems to like making entrances in these games. Yeah, because she put the girl to sleep, and then you awaken her. Because the blind guy is the one. Alright, I remember. Someone blinded the guy, and then you gotta bring him back. Yeah, I remember. Because he turned her down. Yep. Memory. Yeah, but the guy's in Stormbend too, isn't he? Like the prince, the blind guy. He's wandering around the place. Everyone just casually getting experience just because Tajal is slaying. Imagine if she was optional and we didn't have Tajal. What would you do? Yeah, the poltergeist is the only thing that she didn't actually solo so far. I'm actually too lazy to pick up the loot right now. So did you need a steel dagger by any chance? Because I feel like I have a couple of them. He tried. You call it the worst part, I call it the best part. I'm just trying to save up the level eggs, like, for later. Because if you have enough of them, at some point you can do some nasty stuff with it. Hey, that thing actually... Extracts what? No. Hey, these snakes are actually dealing damage. What do I do now? Fact. But getting the cursed dagger was fun. Okay, these snakes are actually being a bit of an issue. Yo, calm down. Stop. These things are actually gonna kill me. You don't have to say that sarcastically, but yes, that was actually See, and now this is exactly the moment where one might be inclined to consider using a red war peg. Alright, Tejal, could you come back to life, please? Stella would be useful for a second. Note how she, like, learned so many skills, and none of them actually improve healing. Or have improved her healing so far. I kind of wonder which designer of the game was like, hey, we should make a skill and then make it like fully heal you every time you use it. No matter what. Because you drain max health. Stormband. I remember that like Lydia at some point is like right here. She's standing there like this. Brr. I'll be back in like 5. Give me 5. So now what, Lemmy? Feel free to give advice. Yeah, in fact, it's a pretty easy one. It's like a normal game of Mastermind. Lemmy, I want to talk to you. Almost forgot about the pirate issue. Sorry. I know that you get them to leave by giving them a fake treasure map or something. Oh. Yeah. They're pretty easy for Tejal. She don't care. The ice spirits are horrible because of the ice spell. Because they can kill Tejal. That's the only real issue. Yeah, I know. And then you can go to Aveyond and upgrade it to a better one. I wonder if I... No. Wait. Hey, look. She's now cursed now. If you unequip the thing, skull helmet, she still isn't cursed. Which means you can give the skull helmet to someone else. Yeah. I would need a little kick. Yeah. Day 10, Mel died. Surprise. Reviving Mel all the time is kind of getting really, really old, really fast. How do you get to that cave? Can't get there. Oh, is it near Stormbend? Okay. I didn't know it was over there. I thought it was somewhere else. Day 11. Mel died. Oh, she finally learned Heal Party. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm just gonna... Totally worth it. Reviving Mel just is now worth it all the time. Plus we can tell her about the girl for a whopping 100 points. Is this like the other Aveyonds where you don't revive when you go and sleep. Yes, it is like the other Aveyonds where you don't revive if you sleep. No, but at least it heals the party instead of just... I mean, I was getting low in health. And seeing as those things grant you so much gold with every single one that you kill. Alright, I remember. You need to go back and buy a canoe. That's what I said. So that's the annoying part about a delay. Because I said I need a canoe, and then like a solid minute later, I see you say, "Oh, you need a canoe." Like, yeah, I do. Dum, 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 dum. The worst part is that if you accidentally use the egg, you actually lose out on it. Cute. Yeah, true. Yes, I do. probably try to find that blind guy right about now. Eye for an eye. Hij is nu de CEO, Eli. Omdat hij is. If only I knew where the spider den was. Because I know it's somewhere around here, but... Actually, can I remember where in this entire place. The spider Dennis. Oh, found it. I guess nymphs can be killed. Doesn't the oracle take her back? Like at the end. That's a fact. But at the end, she pops up and she apologizes for the mischief her daughter's caused. She takes him back to Aveyond. It's your own fault. You suggested me to do this way. Just keep in mind, I have 5 level up eggs right now. Okay, pranking. That doesn't mean anything, but okay. Now, I do know that if you continue and save the girl, that the game ends. Because hepatitis shows up. Everything okay, Lemon? The chat just lagged like crazy. Like, the last 20 lines just showed up. I don't know, I decided to do the cave first. Don't know why. Just
seemed more fun. I don't think it matters too much, honestly. It's not like Galahad is actually gonna get like he's gonna change that much. Another level egg. It's like the 6th one. Er is daar aan het smeken om hulp. This could be bad. Okay, that was scary for a second. The fact that they can put you to sleep and then annihilate you is 25. Wow. That's just dumb. 25. Go back to Thays. Return here. Go to Harburg. And then wait, what? Why can't I use the bomber bird egg on this? Or is this not what you meant? I'm confused. Oh, right. Okay, so at 8,600 gold and basically everything we have. Hepatitis shouldn't be that big an issue. I hope. Although, I do still have to find the crystal. Yeah, I see it. Thanks. I think typing in it myself made it update properly now. Alright, just gotta find the gem and find Aveyond. And then that's it, I think. True. Don't really remember the hepatitis battle, so no clue. Honestly. Ze willen hem zo menselijker doen lijken, hè. Alsof hij het echt erg vindt dat hij zijn zoon kwijt is. Dat ze het zo willen doen lijken alsof hij het erg vindt dat zijn zoon hem zo bedrogen heeft. Honestly, I could go to the catacombs, probably. See if I can survive those now. This is literally the frogs of 2 all over again. Arguably worse because they can't even kill Tatiel. Oh god. I swear, if I lose to this, I ain't dealing with that. Imagine actually losing there. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Imagine actually losing to that though, like at that point. That far in, just losing to sleep spam. I honestly think I will cry. Blue warp egg. I never noticed that you get a lucky charm in Kandar, not gonna lie. Wait, do you not have to, like, do you have not, English. Do you not have to deal any damage to hepatitis? Because if you don't have to deal damage, you can just unequip everything. Wait, what's the side quest? Oh, you mean the one where you find the book? Laat ze leven, hè? You mean the one where you have to find that manuscript that the woman steals? Might be both, honestly. Might be both, honestly. Could be like they have to survive a minimum amount of turns plus a minimum amount of damage. Just to make sure that you can't actually unequip everything. To avoid berserk damage. Where is Aveyond? I legit am so lost where Aveyond is at this point. Literally can't find it anymore. Look at my gold though. 13k. Okay, I'm just gonna poof on out of this. I don't think I bought the map. Yeah, I didn't buy the map of the Easter Forest. I did find the sapphire though, so that means finding a sapphire means this is the right way, so it's fine. Just gotta continue this way. Yeah, the gold bag, the cave, to sleep in, and the portal. There we go. There we go. I don't have the topaz actually. Nothing changed, okay. Oh, there isn't? I could have sworn there was one, but whatever. Benefits of having gold. I'm just gonna go to Harburg to check out the catacombs, see if I can complete that quest of that guy and his family. Kinda hoping that doesn't kill me at this point. Although I think I can't really imagine that killing me since this is the best gear you can have right now. I really like that in Aveyond one though. They could like have a map of every single little place. It made everything feel like real and a little bit more realistic. I mean, theory is that I'm gonna check out the trolls, and if I can't kill those, then you should be fine. The issue with the Grim Reapers is that they have that instant kill skill, which honestly should not affect facial, but kinda scared that it does. I don't know. Alright, well, No pain, no gain, as they say. Actually, I'm just gonna grab one more thing before I do that. Oh, you can't use that to teleport to Moose Hatchery. I thought you could get to Moose Hatchery through Taste, but you can't. There, officially out of gold. Technically speaking, you can buy that amulet if you grind out gold before getting to Galahad. Same way you can get the skull helmet. Alright, this guy's alone, so let's see if we can kill him. Did you see that? That was just a nope. Edward tried to survive that, but it was just a nope. Huh? I'm killing them, they're killing me. It's kind of... It's kind of even. Oh, that's all 4 of them. That's really awkward. Oh. Oh. Oh god. His equipment is literally the best that you can get. Oh god. Poof. Just noping out of there. That was literally run, and imagine if that was where I died. Like, oh. Jesus. That was terrifying. That was actually terrifying. My heart is still racing from that. Oh god. I think it's pretty obvious they're not supposed to enter the Grim Forest. Just quite yet. I just call that place the Grim Forest. Don't know what its actual name is. But I think it's kind of obvious what the result is. I like how I wasted all my gold and I'm still at 2-5 right now. So I'll go ahead, heal up. Oh, this is it. Interestingly enough, if you don't kill the frogs, she rarely summons more, which is why cursing them is so good. She's just that good. That was 415 damage to... I'm not entirely sure. I think, like, I'm not entirely sure if Tejal even lives. If she gets hit. I wonder what happens if Tejal gets cursed. Like, is she immune to curse right now? Yeah, I really don't trust that damage. That's 110 despite having everything. Like, max defense with the curse, with the glitch, and she's still easily dealing 110. Are you supposed to lose this, by the way? Because I feel like that might take time if I keep. She can get poisoned. Oh, you meant hepatitis, yeah. Well, that's it, right? She's taking poison damage every turn. Hey! Well, I believe that's GG. No deaths. Aveyond 3.1. A lot higher than I thought it would be, but well, we did it. Those did not count.